After years of falling short of their expectations, the New York Jets are prepared to take the league by storm. They let the world know that they plan to compete for the Super Bowl in 2023 and did so by being one of the most active teams in the offseason. Their first order of business was bringing in a future Hall of Famer quarterback Aaron Rodgers. Let's face it, Rodgers is the best quarterback that this Jets team has had in over a decade. Rodgers was brought in over in a trade and actually took less money so the team could be even more active in free agency at the time. Rodgers was simply unhappy in Green Bay and the team owed this trade to him after all he's done for this franchise as a starter. Green Bay knew if they did not trade him to New York, he probably would just retired from the sport anyways. The Packers wanted to get a good return for his services and they did, while the Jets will get the opportunity to make the playoffs for the first time in around 10 years. Just him joining this roster makes them a Super Bowl contender with the experience he has on the football field. And it is easy to undersell this addition considering his age and how 2022 didn't exactly go his way. However, Rodgers won back-to-back MVP awards in the 2 seasons before that down year and could very easily just revert back into MVP form with guys like Garrett Wilson on the roster for him to throw the ball to, not to mention Breece Hall in the backfield would make his job a lot easier as well. Then comes rest of the additions that the Jets made. They were able to sign safety Adrian Amos, wide receiver Randall Cobb, Mecole Hardman, and Allen Lazard, defensive tackle Al Woods, and offensive line Billy Turner. They also find a way to re-sign players like Solomon Thomas, Connor McGruver, and Quincy Williams. With all of these additions, they didn't lose all that much. The departures were 2 defensive tackles, Sheldon Rankins and Nathan Shepard, a running back James Robinson, and wide receiver Elijah Moore via trade to the Cleveland Browns. They also cut ties with Braxton Berrios and shipped Denzel Mims off due to adding multiple wideouts in the offseason. Then of course we get to the splash addition that happened recently with the team signing Dalvin Cook to form a scary backfield. The bottom line is that this team looks really good right now. The combination of all these new faces, the leadership of Aaron Rodgers, and young talent already there like Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, this team will be immediately competitive. At this point, it's really difficult to not see them making it into the playoffs despite being in a very competitive AFC East division. The Buffalo Bills, Miami Dolphins, and the New England Patriots all have something to prove in 2023 and won't make it easy for the New York Jets to get through. Buffalo has Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Miami has Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. New England has Mac Jones and newly signed Ezekiel Elliott. All of these teams in the AFC East are talented. It's up to the Jets to rise above that. But of course, there are also immense expectations. It's likely that this Jets team is the most hyped up group in the league right now. Obviously, expectations are that they at least make it into the playoffs, but some fans are looking for a Super Bowl ring immediately. It doesn't matter what team you are or how talented you are, those expectations can weigh heavily up on your shoulders. Luckily, they have a great head coach in Robert Saleh. Saleh knows what it takes to win, as he did so with the San Francisco 49ers. He also knows what it takes to put together a great coacher and create a stifling defense. Saleh will need to keep this team prepared for all the highs and lows of the upcoming season. The expectations will be high, and appearing on Hard Knocks during training camp isn't exactly what they were hoping for either. There are going to be lights wherever this team plays, and it will be up to the players on the football field to either prove the hype right or show how wrong they were. At the end of the day, this Jets team could easily take over the NFL.
Race on all the Mars, my neck, wrist, and my arm. Bitch, we some stars, pull up in foreign cars.